They live in a society.
They do.
They do live in a society. I was about to say.
Say the line, Bart.
We live in a society.
Hey, what is up, everybody? It is me, Sean Tank Top, and I am over here at Casa de Tank Top, hanging out with my very good friends, Dustin, and more couple of freaks over there, Dustin and Morgan. Yeah, over there at the dojo train.
This whole show. It's like if we showed up to Burlington, it was just you fucking freaks, and
Right.
it's like,
yeah, that's like No, that's what I. Whenever I see I'll see our good buddy Alex Cruz has been in a bunch of our stuff before. Whatever, it's like, look at this fucking media, fucking commenting on fucking asshole over here. Just like, that's what I do. Even though I think that those kids. We're talking about fucking Wednesday, by the way. I think that those kids were out. They were not from this. I think they were.
Those were townies.
Oh no! But I was also talking about.
But they would call each other freaks. Exactly.
Yeah, some of those Nevermore students, and I'm like, you guys all go to a goth school.
You're all like a literal. It's like haunted ghoul Hogwarts.
You're a goblin.
You guys are going to Ghoulwarts or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You're a hobgoblin telling the werewolf that he can go eat shit.
Yeah, right. Which, they probably would. The clicks of it, I think, will be kind of fun.
Okay,
I think.
yeah.
Vampires and werewolves notoriously
They don't
do not
like
get
each
along.
other.
That's true, right? Well, because they're trying to fucking cut on each other's action, because they got the same thing, but we don't know. We have yet to find out about how these specific vampires
Keep
and
Jacob.
these guys. You know what I
Now
mean?
wait a minute. They said those vampires had been there for decades or whatever.
Yeah.
Are those just a bunch of adults?
No, they're a bunch of
Going to
Edwards.
prom.
I'm a 100-year-old guy trying to fuck a teenager.
This is. I need to
HR.
talk to I need to talk to Brienne over there.
Yeah, Brianna Tarty.
what's going on.
Headmistress Brienne. We need to talk about why are you letting adult men and women into your school for children.
We just got done with episode 1, and we're kind of getting there's a plot afoot. There's a prophecy. We essentially killed Harry Potter at the
Harry
end
Potter's mom drew a picture once and said someone with pigtails is going to kill everyone.
I didn't see any fucking pigtails though. It was
It's a dark picture.
Yeah, it was she's standing behind the tree though. It could have been just a couple of branches coming down. This kid's got it all wrong. Fucking idiot. But anyway,
we won't know because
He's
dead.
dead.
Yeah, he's dead as dog shit.
But his mom's not.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no,
right.
she is dead. She died.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, they're all dead.
They're all
okay.
dead. Yeah, they're off the board, but
She told them the prophecy on her deathbed, Morgan.
on her deathbed.
There's probably ghosts in this show. She come back as a ghost and stab someone.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Ghost Clash?
What
or
about
something like that?
ghosts?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
ghosts, creepy clowns, Pennywises. There's a couple things that we could get going in here.
Her whole thing is she sees herself as her own heroine in her own writing, which is a murder mystery.
Yeah.
And now she has a murder mystery.
Yeah.
So now
exactly.
she's like, you son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yeah, I mean,
and-
and also you can do and then you could turn this into a ghoul-laden true crime podcast. You know, what I mean? Or even true crime
she
thing
should
or whatever. it
join
is.
forces with Pastel Girl,
Yep.
Pastel Wolf, and write a
What's that
blog.
girl's name?
Enid.
Enid. Oh,
Enid,
yeah.
yes, yeah. And they set up a couple of interesting things, and it's very different from the things that we are kind of used to an Addams Family property kind of operating.
Well, also somebody read her novels. Dr. Garfunkel, therapist, actually read her and was asking her questions about it. And she was just kind of taken aback. She's like, "Oh wait, what?"
But that's good therapist. You do your research.
Yeah, I mean, and also and it was one of the few times where she was it was a few cracks in the veneer.
Yeah,
you know what
and
I
I'm
mean? Which I
Wednesday,
appreciated.
don't tell on yourself in your writing.
Right.
Yeah, right, absolutely, right. It is one of the. Isn't that something that Wednesday would
That's
also
some Neil Breen level shit.
Right, where she would roast somebody for doing something so okay.
Obvious.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It feels but after all, she's totally full of shit because she's a 15, 16-year-old kid.
She's a baby.
Yeah. It's a very Harry Potter-esque, like, kind of Sabrina the Teenage Witch as kind of like take on the material. Is it Julie or Juliana Ortega? I can't remember.
None of the above.
What's her name?
It's
Jenna
Ortega.
Okay, yeah. I think she is killing it, and I think it's and I do think that it'll be interesting to see like there's gonna be a transformation of sorts. I think like with the character by the end of the fucking season. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see where they take it. Anything you guys are looking forward to with this one?
I actually thought she was like another one of those, like she's like 25 but playing like a teenager. But no, she like back when she was in X, she's like 20. Yeah. Like, so she's a little
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, she's
young. I got you.
She's actually playing somewhat age appropriately.
Yeah. I mean, like, and it's got a great cast. It's got a good look about it and stuff like that. And so I think that I'm excited to kind of keep going. You guys want to get into it?
Yes,
definitely.
Yes.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys for hanging out with us as we go through Wednesday. If you guys want to get early and uncut access to the next episode, you guys don't want to wait until we drop it on YT. You guys can actually get access to the full and uncut reaction to this episode and to episode 3. You get it early before anybody else in the world looks to check it out. By hitting us up over and give us a little bit of support on Patreon. You hit us up over there. You click either one of the top pinned comment links that are in the description or the top comment over there. You can hit us up over there, and that'll take you over to our Patreon. You pony up $8 to this premium streaming tier, and that gets you early and uncut access to all of our one-day coverage, including everything else that we're doing on all of the different streaming services. We're going to be checking out Last of Us pretty soon over there once we kind of get through the holiday season, and we're just in that I don't know, like Chicago's a fucking rough like fucking post-holiday town, you know what I mean, like until about mid like March or whatever it is, and The Last of Us is, I think it's going to be a perfect little companion piece to that whole thing. So once we're done with that, we're going to be going on to that, and then a bunch of other stuff, and then Mandalorian is dropping in fucking March 1st, I think, or whatever it is. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff for that, so you want to stay on that tier, give us a little bit of support. But if you can't do that and you still want to help us out, though, you can hit us with a like and subscribe, because that shit always helps. It never fucking hurts. We appreciate you guys for hanging out. All right, let's get a look at this thing. Woe is the loneliest number.
Searching for hours, Sheriff. The dogs need a break.
The dogs need a break. I don't think I've
they
ever.
They do.
I mean, I'm sure they do. I've just literally never heard anyone say that before. Like,
I say it to Dustin every day. I'm like, Dustin, these dogs need a break.
They do.
Hikers just ripped apart in the woods.
The man said those were bear attacks.
Oh man, I disagree.
It's fucking cocaine bear, man. It's a menace. Like.
Ooh, I like that fireplace.
That fireplace fucking rules.
I heard a noise in the forest and I went to go investigate. That's when I stumbled upon the attack.
That's kind of a. Yeah, I mean, obviously you don't tell the cops everything if you don't have to, but.
And just to be clear, this monster wasn't a bear or some other wild animal?
I've hibernated with grizzlies. I know the difference.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Actually, I would like to speak to Sheriff Galpin. Alone.
Fine. You have 5 minutes, and everything is off the record.
She's like, don't talk to the police. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, right.
We don't talk to the police Wednesday.
Someone is trying to cover up Rowan's murder.
Is that your professional opinion as the daughter of a murderer?
My father is
Rude.
faster than you are.
And my mother's luscious pushy.
her luscious pushy.
Luscious pushy.
Her luscious pushy over there.
Because you and I both know that there's a monster out there.
Probably this monster is probably what gave Gomez the rap.
What?
Uh-oh.
He's like, I'm totes fine.
Believe nothing you hear and half of what you see.
All right.
I'm here to help you process your emotions. They lead to feelings, which trigger tears. I don't do tears.
Have you considered your antisocial tendencies might be motivated by fear of rejection?
If you were to reject me right now, I would not be upset.
You made it through an entire session without trying to escape.
Because she kind of likes it.
You know, for the record, I believe you.
He's a loner, Dottie. A rebel. Like,
yeah. Also, like, ask him what he did. That's, like, interesting.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, I don't like living solo, and Thing gives a killer neck massage. It's a win-win.
Oh, he's already giving out massages to the...
Thing needs to keep his hand to himself.
To be fair, we don't know how old the guy was when it was cut off.
Very much like...
Right?
Yoko, come on. flare those whiskers. The poke up droops for no one.
Yoko's the one weird Asian, like,
That's
kid. Like,
yeah.
It's a little strange. I mean, this was shepherded by the notoriously white Tim Burton.
No, Tim Burton has some weirdness.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I've always hated the expression, write what you know.
I like her hoodie and I want one.
It's a normal ass hoodie.
No, it's not. It has special arms.
The arms are special? Okay, we gotta check it out.
I can tell.
Ooh.
You had a psychic vision, didn't you? Your mother started having visions around your age. They were notoriously unreliable and dangerous.
May I go now?
Not until you've picked your extracurricular activity.
She is so just like pleasant. Like she's like, you know what I mean? Like her just like, no, you have to do the one thing. Like, I don't know. It's just.
No doubt you'll find something that tickles your fancy.
The last person who tickled me lost a finger.
Ew.
Wow.
Okay.
Keep an eye on Roman. Don't let your fingers out of his sight.
I thought he sees with his wrist.
Or like, well, I think just in the way that like it kind of moves around and stuff like that. Yeah.
After I passed out, who did you tell? The sheriff?
You think I trust normie cops?
Thank you.
Anyway.
Don't talk to the cops.
What are you? Alto, soprano, or just loco?
Oh, damn, girl.
Ha!
Okay.
Oh yeah, that kid's feeling it.
Yeah. Oh my God. He was one of those kids that's like, all right, like that's the best they could do with that actor because he was always doing too much. It was like that's the most subtle they can make it. Archery for sure.
Ever shot a bow and arrow before?
Only in live targets.
Yeah, he's just like whatever.
He's like, yeah, we're all spooky. We're all weird here.
Yeah.
So what's the deal with you and Tyler? Oh, I'm sorry, were you the only one who got to ask non-archery questions here?
There is no deal. He's doing me a favor during the meal time.
Because Tyler and his friends are a bunch of jerks. They can't stand the fact that this school is the only thing propping up their podunk town.
Oh, it's like a college town or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
At least I'm not an elitist snob.
Not the bees.
Not the bees. Not the bees. Ah! Open my eyes. Just a random Nicolas Cage appears. That'd be so fucking sick.
So why doesn't she should just do archery, shouldn't she?
I could probably see her as being like, he was like, I'm already good at archery. I should use it to cultivate another skill or something like that.
Where did you get that drawing?
I just went into the woods to clear my head.
Wednesday.
Is that his? Well, it's not his mom, but
No, she's definitely the beast.
Monster.
She's definitely the
Yeah.
monster. That's a good call, Mo.
She's something. I don't trust her.
Yeah, bullet train.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, we're used to those shitty fucking like metro trains and stuff like that, whatever that, you know. Thing's gonna help him shake it.
Hey! Oh, he's an old man the whole time.
There we go.
Probably do a better job of like disposing of the clothes, you know.
This is that one weird brother from fucking Lovecraft Country or something like that. Like,
Oh God!
oh,
It's her. She's a shapeshifter the whole time.
All right, interesting. I was wondering what her power, her thing was gonna be.
A lefty wouldn't have failed me.
Oh,
That's rude.
Don't sulk.
There's an open spot next to me. If you can stand sitting that close to an elitist snob.
She hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a fucking dick, dude. Like,
That's pretty sick.
That's pretty cool.
She likes bugs. Hey! Remember when the kids did that to her?
I know, right?
She did it right back to him.
oh yeah, that's like her origin story. Is like getting a fucking insect pet killed or whatever the fuck. Like,
Otherwise known as the ghost orchid.
First discovered on the Isle of Wight in 1854.
Looks like you may have competition for first chair, Bianca.
First chair of science class?
first chair.
It's able to thrive in even the most hostile environments.
But its mere presence can change the ecosystem.
These two just need a date.
Yeah.
They're both dicks.
Are we still talking about flowers?
Exactly. And also, can they just kiss already?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Can we get some pollination going on here and everybody can just chill the fuck out? Like,
oh, good boy.
Oh.
Following the lead on the case.
He's gonna feed that puppy to something.
Called doctor-patient confidentiality.
How about a little father-son confidentiality? What are you two yakking about?
What kind of mumbo jumbo are you guys?
Yeah, right.
Remember talking crap about your old man. I'll be home late.
It's like, that's all I talk about.
This guy's so like, no, it's therapy. Like, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, right.
Why don't you ask Thing? Oh wait, you can't because he's mad at you. All I know is that we spent an hour giving each other manis, and he really opened up.
I like that she can talk to him.
Yeah.
He's your family, and he would do anything for you. Go apologize and I'll consider helping.
Oh.
Good.
Because she has only been mean to Thing, and he's just,
right?
he's just,
he's like, yeah, right, and he's
he's not getting paid for any of this. So he's like, bitch.
And he's over on her side.
Now chop chop before all our leads turn cold.
Nah.
That's right.
What is it that you want? Hand cream, nail buffer, new cuticle scissors.
Fuck you.
No, I want your respect, you fucking weirdo. Like,
When Rowan showed me this, it confirmed my greatest fear. That I'm going to be responsible for something terrible.
Oh.
Breathe a word of this to anyone and I will end you.
it was like a hand hug.
If lab and I will squeeze you like a honeycomb.
It just gets stung. It's hive code. This is the most girls I've ever had in the shed.
The chance that Enid ever becomes romantically interested in me is less than 1%.
So I still get a shot?
Right, so you're saying there's a chance. Like,
So you're telling me there's a chance?
You don't need to worry, because I'm a very big smoker, and I handle
a big smoker. It's like,
jeez. I feel like Elvis
if he feeds Elvis to the, he's not. I don't think he's gonna do that. But
there's also a problem with like when there's a shapeshifter involved. She can be anybody at any time. It kind of sucks, which I hate.
Being a part-timer, and it didn't try to kill you?
It actually saved me from Rowan. That's the part I'm trying to figure out.
yeah, the old Wednesday saved the new Wednesday. I'm like on that shit that's her though.
There you go. Don't touch it.
Whoa.
Oh.
The cover was darker, more like a day-old contusion. Keep looking.
Most sneak in to make out.
I accidentally walked in on two vampires banging.
Ooh.
I don't see that.
Ooh. What is that? Where they like suck each other's blood? Like they feed, like
know,
even though it doesn't do anything, like right?
Yeah.
I think it's the symbol to an old student society, the Nightshades.
Yeah, George Bush was in it. John Kerry was in it. You know what I mean? Oh God! Like thought of George Bush being in the school or whatever. It's like
he's a monster.
No, he's more monstrous than anyone could possibly be. Like within this whole thing.
To tell you the truth, I've never really fit in anywhere.
That's why I dress like this kooky art teacher.
Right. Right. I mean, she was. I remember they literally kind of posited her as that, where she was literally standing on both sides of either of their room, like or whatever. Like both of her feet were planted on either side.
Never lose that, Wednesday. The ability to not let others define you. The most interesting plants grow in the shade.
It's a good line.
Yeah, she's like, oh, like other people's. You know what I mean? Like she's having a hard time processing this. What's this guy run?
Who's this guy?
Like
creepy.
Okay, cool. I thought he was going on a run or something like that. I was like, no one needs to run when they're in fucking high school. Like,
I think he was running. I think he was on a jog.
He's on track team.
True.
It's pretty good at art. Ooh.
Oh, there he goes.
Got a crush.
Oh wait, but can he make like a Wednesday like head come out of the?
Oh
my God, we're getting the black light out. Oh,
is she looking
don't
for?
do that.
You're gonna
Don't
find
do that
something.
next to that book.
All over that picture.
Oh.
Ah, no.
There we go.
Oh, God.
Is that where he shoots it?
That's he blasted. He puts the mask on.
Oh my God! It's a secret orgy mask.
He doesn't have socks, or he has like no shows, so they're not big enough. So she shoots it into the hole that he keeps everything in.
Seriously, what do you see in her? You suddenly have a thing for tragic goth girls or funeral parlor fashion sense?
You all have funeral parlor fashion sense.
Right.
Wednesday Addams is not the girl of your dreams. She's the stuff of your nightmares.
Counterpoint.
Garlic bread incident at dinner. She had a major allergic reaction, which means she's out of the poke-up and I don't have a co-pilot.
You and I are going to take her down tomorrow.
You willing to do that?
I want to humiliate Bianca so badly that the bitter taste of defeat burns in her throat.
Are you losing a race?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Then we just need to beat her at her own game.
And also, like, whenever they cut to the school, I just think that they're cutting back to the Addams family house.
Right?
Because they look so similar, you know?
Your costume's in the tent.
Costume?
It's cute.
It's very cute. Yeah, like, look at all of these. Like,
there's your clowns.
Like, there we go. We got some clowns. Like, look, they're all goth kids. They're all weird.
I know. They're like, ew, funeral parlor fashion. I'm like, bitch, everybody look in the mirror.
I'm like, we got the fucking clown from American Horror
Twisted
Story or whatever it is on fucking PS1, like, hanging out and shit over here.
I don't believe I'm better than everyone else. Just that I'm better than you.
Her makeup looks awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like with a real revolver. Like,
yeah, right?
That's not a cap gun. Like,
yeah.
Oh, he's just gonna take his shirt off and distract everyone.
Yeah, right.
Get him all horned up.
He just flexes, you know.
Oh, he's Aquaman.
Ah, he's a merman.
He's a dang You can't have a merman, but I guess there's no rules. So if there's no rules, then she can do this. It's fine.
There's no law against it.
Like, literally, she's not a villain. She is playing the game as it is written.
Yeah.
Whoa.
There's no rules. Just murder people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If there's no
if
rules.
there is indeed no rules, like, then this is fine.
She is not a villain.
No.
Oh, he's got creepy hands.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like, this is fine. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
This is totally fine.
Also,
like,
why don't they hire their own merman?
Yeah. There's mermen all over the place. I mean, like, yeah. Are they gonna kill the merman? Like,
yeah. But no rules. You can kill the merman.
Yeah, of course.
It's fine.
Right, for sure.
Thing, I need you to distract a couple of jokers.
They live in a society.
They do.
They do live in a society. I was about to say.
Say the line, Bart.
We live in a society.
What do you say? Yeah, and she's sabotaging.
She's doing it too. They're all
It's totally fine.
It's fine. There's no law against it.
The rules, like, the reason that they're mad, it doesn't make any sense. Like,
yeah.
Or they're making the Siren Lady a villain for no reason. She's not a villain.
Getting very big Catwoman vibes from this.
Well, no, this is definitely Batman Returns Easter egg.
Yeah, of course.
He's just sticking Easter eggs of his own movies in this thing.
Taking a cat nap?
What if she would have just, like, she just wakes up right before she just slowly stabs her in the throat or something like that?
There's no rules.
There's no
There's no rules. Like, yeah.
She should have stabbed her. Why did they only sabotage that boat and not the other one?
Because those girls were in it.
Why didn't they get things to distract them too?
I don't know.
Oh, he got out of his little thing.
This
should have killed him.
This guy's the fucking MVP of this whole thing.
Yeah, right?
Man.
Yeah.
Should have killed him when you had the chance.
Right.
Yep.
No, wait. Thing goes down and just literally chokes the life out of him. Like.
Yeah, right.
There we go.
Oh, no, he did.
He died. See? Should have killed him.
No rules. No mercy.
Ain't no law
Yeah.
Ain't no law
Ain't
against
no
it.
law against it.
Right. It was funny. It was like, how does she keep winning? Like, how does she keep, like, so it's like, oh, sounds like sabotage. Sounds like the rules of the game. Like, you know,
yeah, the rules of the game.
Sounds like she's literally following the rules, which is no rules, and being smart.
But to celebrate those values that all outcasts share. Community.
Yeah, like when they insult people, it's like they would call them like they would say like, oh, like with your, you know, like nice cropped polo top or something. Like they would say like, you know, they would, like. Oh, Edgar Allan Poe was one of them. Was like a
He's the alumni.
Dude. That's funny.
Yeah, his magic was marrying his 14-year-old cousin.
Wow.
His magic was overlooking. Yeah, right.
My mother and I are two entirely different people / species / everything.
Maybe you two are more alike than you think.
Shared sense of style, shared interest.
Yeah.
They, you know.
Oh, he got punched. Look at him.
Oh yeah, you got fucked up, man.
Thing gave him a big old shiner.
Yeah, man.
The answer is staring you right in the face.
See, I want to know what these platform shoes are.
Yeah, right.
I see your sanctimonious smart.
We're on Platform Watch with Morgan Trace. Like,
I want to know the brand.
More than one. 2. This leaves weep to the ground. Willow. It melts in the sun. Ice.
Lots of things melt in the sun.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah. But also, there's like multiple things that melt in the sun.
right, but like, what is the fucking number one thing
Popsicle.
made of ice?
Ice cream.
Has ice in the title.
That would also be I.
That's cool. The other half. Oh.
Yeah, who's that guy?
Who's
the
the
pilgrim?
fucking weird pilgrim? Yeah, you gotta watch out.
Maybe
for
it's
that
her.
shit.
Maybe it's her boyfriend, his family.
Towards the truth. Luckily, I'm not afraid of the dark.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think that there's a couple of things that are a little awkward about just how because they get like one thing that they nail is like, you know, like kind of turns of phrase that they'll do, like little zingers and stuff like that about, you know, like when they're just like, oh, I'm, you know, like it's like, oh, we thought it was a bear. It's like, it's not a bear. I've hibernated with him a bunch. Like, I know. Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah, when she says weird
they
shit
nail
like
all
that.
stuff. But then there's just an element of some of the things that they posit where it's just like, I think it feels like because she's in a school that caters to people like the Addams family and like Wednesday, like it seems like that would also stand to reason that the things that, you know, like they're holding is like, oh, it was absolutely dreadful. It was a sunny day. It was just so terrible.
Yeah.
You know, what the fuck it is? And like, that's what everybody would sort of think, right? You know what I mean? Or at least, or maybe not. I don't know.
It's this
like,
weird thing where they are like styled like members of the Addams family. Like all these people could be, you know, friends of their family.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're saying things like normies would say mixed with gothy things.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very awkward when you're like, they're being gothy, and all of a sudden they're like, and she looks like she's from a funeral parlor. And I'm like so it is literally
right. Like these are all fucking like, you know, like Bud, Court, and Harold and Mud, like driving a fucking Jaguar, like funeral, like, you know, like hearse. You know what I mean? Like that's all these kids' fucking dream cars. Look that up if you haven't fucking seen it. It's one of the fucking coolest movie cars of all time. It's
pretty amazing.
It's so great. It was funny because it felt like she was cheating, and it's like she wasn't. She fucking poisoned one of her fucking crew, and like
not against the rules.
It's not against the rules. Like,
why aren't you poisoning her team? Enid.
Why don't they take that? Why don't you grab that gun from Gwendolyn Christie
and shoot out someone's kneecap?
Right, exactly.
Not saying murder. Maybe just take an arm off someone so they can't row.
Or something like that. Yeah.
I hate to have, like, I'm having my Trump moment where it's like, he cheated, and he's like, well, that makes me smart. And in this case, the siren,
right? Yeah.
The siren girl cheated, and she's like, well, that makes me smart.
He never paid his taxes.
Because I'm
Don't you wish you didn't pay taxes?
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
So I hate to, you know, but in this case, it is
Morgan standing a villain? Never.
No, she's not a villain though.
No. I'm with Morgan in that sense that
they're making her like deliver these lines like a villain.
Yeah.
And they keep smushing when they make her go. She's like, I have plans. I just like to win. It doesn't. It feels disingenuous. Like it feels like the script needs her to be a foil. So they're she's doing the same rules as everyone else.
Yeah.
She's doing the same rules that Wednesday ends up doing.
Right.
But they make her.
And they goes like, listen, there's a couple things like you can attempt to puncture the boat, like you can attempt to puncture the boat. You can do all this other stuff, but only but there are some rules. Like I think it was just the fact that like they kind of tossed them all the way out.
And she's also, like, oh, there's no rules.
Wednesday is the biggest dickhead in the show. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
Like nobody's meaner than her. Like nobody's a fucking bigger asshole than her. And I think that's what the show is trying to do.
Yeah,
a little bit, but then they're also really trying to sell this girl as a villain, and it's so clearly like it doesn't make a lot of logical sense, other than the fact that they're like, deliver this line in a nefarious way.
She needs to be like, it's like she should have been casted as like the girl, kind of like, I mean, like I'm sure it would sort of be
the girl from the summer camp,
the girl from the fucking summer camp, but like
where you are dark
the girl
and
from the
evil,
summer
like
camp who doesn't like the fact that she's like a werewolf, like or whatever it is. So she's just trying to do, but she's like, yeah, I guess like my parents made me go there, like whatever the fuck it is, blah blah blah, or something like that. But wants to be like normal or whatever the fuck it is. Like you could do like an X-Men thing. Like I don't want to be a mutant,
or if she's a siren, I was like, you could spin it where like sirens like they like can like influence you or they like attract people. Like make her more of like a politician.
Well, I think
like
that's kind of what they were getting at.
I think that's what they're trying, and it's not working.
Right. He's like, "Oh, use your power on me." Like,
it's like no, and I'm just kind of like, she needs to be smarmier. She needs to be more charming or something.
Yeah,
because she just is, just like any of the other students.
She's only doing the same thing that Wednesday is doing.
That's the thing. That's why I'm like, they should be dating or they should be best friends.
Right. Yeah.
Or Wednesday should be obsessed.
Maybe they will become eventually.
You know what I would love? Like, if I was writing this, I would write it like Wednesday's just like obsessed with her, like is a fangirl. Like, even though she doesn't want a friend, but she's like fangirling every time she's in the room with her. Doesn't want to admit it.
She beat me in my own game. She fucking drew
and
first blood.
It would piss the siren girl off because she'd be like, "Don't admire me, I hate you." And Wednesday be like, "Impressive" or something like, and that could be annoying. She'd be annoying her by standing her,
right?
Yeah,
and like it could be really a funny gag. Instead, they're just sort of both being dicks at each other.
Yeah,
they're focusing on the one fucking on the thing being her, but who's like the pilgrimy weirdo?
Yeah,
I'm wondering that. I mean, there's a thing. It could be the sheriff's family, so that that kid's bloodline could be in it. Her romantic interest.
He wears like that stupid fucking cap that kind of looks like it too, in a certain.
Yeah,
sense
he's a townie, or just like in that family. That family could be. Yeah, so that family could be the bloodline of the thing. That's the thing with the thing.
That's why the dad's so
upset. The thing with the thing.
What are you talking about? You telling our pilgrim secrets?
It's like that's a fucking parent to be like, you'd just be like, oh god, like what a piece of shit, like or whatever it is. It's like,
I am a little disappointed that he didn't use the term head shrinker. What'd you tell that head shrinker? That's what that character said. That's what they call shrinks. That's what they call therapists.
You can sense like the general, like the slow softening of her. Like, like she hung out and talked to the fucking therapist like the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you didn't try to get out of here. You know what I mean? Like or whatever and stuff like that. That's kind of that. Like I like that. Like kind of like they're doing like the kind of the grumpy curmudgeon angle with her as far as just like warming up to like, all right, I guess thing is like it's like the best part of this show.
He's the best actor. Even though I do like Wednesday's performance. Like I might not like the writing all the time, but I do I like her really performance. Good. So
for sure.
But no, thing's the MVP, clearly.
Yeah. He's like
I love the signing. Shinigami, I love the signing. Like I love the physical.
Yeah.
Like it's so it's I don't know.
I mean I'm so excited for Fred Armisen to show up and just Uncle Fester the fuck out of this thing because he's gonna be so weird. He's gonna be so weird, and I'm so here for it.
Like I feel like it needs a normie villain, like you know what I mean, or something.
And I think
like
they're
that.
trying to make maybe those pilgrim bullies will come back, and maybe probably, and I think the sheriff is gonna be the normie villain, sort of.
Right.
But
is he like a secret wizard?
Right?
He's
Like
gotta
he
be a
has
secret
Jesus. He has
wizard.
Jesus
'Cause he was
magic.
doing, like the pilgrim was like going like something like that. Like the first pilgrim was a wizard.
He just has the power of Jesus.
He's got the power of Jesus.
The power of Christ compels you.
Yeah, right. I mean,
he's just speaking in tongues and hucking snakes. Whatever Jesus people do.
Is Gwendolyn Christie's character a villain? I mean,
They're trying to make it seem like she is, but no, she's an ally.
She's a Snape.
Yeah.
You think so?
Uh-huh.
I would love that. I would love that. I would love that twist. I would like that for her. I mean, like,
yeah, I mean, it's weird. She's kind of like
be,
across.
she's
like across
trying to
Dumbledore
cover
and Snape.
The Moida.
Well, yeah.
But what is that?
But maybe she's trying to protect her.
I think that they're showing it like, oh, Gwendolyn Christie is the secret school villain, and Christina Ricci is her like sweet little ally. And it's gonna flip.
That could be.
That would be that's my guess, because they're really having these like touching moments where they're talking with Christina Ricci and they're like sharing.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna be the actual villain. Gwendolyn Christie's actually no, I've been helping you this whole time. I just couldn't tell you.
And that's also the other thing. Like that's why it's like a big fucking thing where it's just like you're like when they're talking to Christina Ricci and they're just like you're the only normie teacher in the whole place, right? You who turned into a big bug-eyed monster and fucking killed people and shit. You know what I mean? Like, so I think
that's why she didn't kill her, because she was trying to protect her.
Right. And so so I don't know. I mean, like, there's a couple elements of this mystery that I think are kind of cool, and I think
I just really like that we're getting like a Christina Ricci sans. You know, we're getting like we're getting her back. You know, where like Hollywood kind of chewed her up a little. In the same way that like Winona Ryder got like revived with Stranger Things.
I mean,
where, like,
dude,
she was
we're talking
about
like we're talking about America's first couple of fucking like goth girlfriends.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I mean, it's Winona and Chrissy. Winona specifically because of Beetlejuice and kind of Edward Scissorhands in a certain sense or whatever the fuck. And all that shit, and like and Bram Stoker's Dracula and everything, you know, and like all that stuff, and then you know, and Christina Ricci was definitely the same kind of thing, like you know. The Addams Family, and then Casper, and like all that type of shit, and like so, yeah, it's dope that and that was a big thing. I think I read that somewhere where like they never talked about playing Wednesday together. They were just like they were just like they just kind of I think Jenna in an interview or something like there's like we met each other for the first time, and like we both kind of were we were kind of gearing up for everything, and like we started like not that they started to talk about the character and stop, but they both kind of like we both kind of gave each other a glance like we're all good. Like you're gonna go do your own thing. I'm not gonna try to imprint anything onto you or whatever. Which I think is a smart.
Which is really that's super cute.
Fun school hijinks and stuff like that. I am more interested in the mystery, and I do want to see the rest of the family. I think that's
I miss them.
Where
are they?
And I think that.
That's another thing why I don't think Gwendolyn Christie is the villain, because she really does. She keeps pressing on the fact about her mom. It's like, hey, maybe go talk to her. Like she's not saying it. She's not saying call up your mom and ask her these questions. She's like, hey, you know who also has visions? You know who also dealt with this?
Who's literally dealing with everything about everything that is that you're dealing with. And who also loves you, like a lot.
Maybe give her a fucking call on your crystal ball.
Yeah,
right. Or like I mean like
because if she was
like what if we had a scene where she's talking with Morticia and like it's Gwendolyn doing like a
see that's a thing where I don't like when a story I don't like because it makes because it can play unless it's like a very like smart script. Sometimes they like to play with some bullshit where it's like I was a shapeshifter the whole time.
You want to know what it is? It's the fucking and I don't think that this is. I mean, it's not. It's just a given at this point. But it's like you can get to like kind of ridiculous levels, like in like those Mission Impossible movies with the tearing off the head.
Right.
And you're just like, it wasn't me, it was the other guy. Well, it wasn't actually me because it was actually the other guy. You know, because
if anybody can be anybody,
it means nothing. Like where the actors mean nothing and stuff. Like I understand that. I understand.
Or instead of paying attention to the plot. You could get if somebody just kind of gives it line delivery weird, and it might not even be on purpose. It just they just delivered it weird.
Yeah.
You're like, aha,
Right.
shapeshifter.
The other thing about this guy who apparently he can make stuff, he can draw stuff, and then it kind of comes out of the book and comes alive.
Is he making her face come alive and
Is he fucking that book? Is what I'm saying. Like, is he?
That's what I'm saying. He has the orgy mask. There's a bunch of like dried cum on the floor.
There was a bunch
What-
of like
that
I
was,
don't know.
That
I
was
mean-
the Rowan's cum.
Oh.
Cum hole.
Oh,
That
he
was
had a cum
Rowan's-
hole.
That was Rowan's.
Oh, that was a
mask
different
hole.
guy?
That was
Yeah.
his roommate. That was the
'cause
roommate.
it was
that,
under
like,
his bed
No.
that they found it.
Dustin, you never make your cum hole under your bed. That's too obvious. You framed the guy next to you. Come on, amateur.
Right. So like the whole.
Wait, listen, if I'm gonna Andy Dufresne my cum, I'm gonna put it underneath my own bed. All right?
That's how they get
like,
you.
Like I love like the idea like more like of like Dustin like in a thunderstorm. It's like, oh, I can't go anywhere tonight. It's gonna be a stormy one tonight. Just like waiting for it. Like, try to get it done. To try to get it done like before the thunder rolls.
Dustin Drace, the only man who crawled through a river of cum and came out clean on the other side.
It's like, I believe that was the length of 3 football fields that road to come. Yeah.
A lot of rope down there.
A lot of rope down there. Yeah, absolutely. Like the yeah, or like I mean, like you could draw a bunch of cool stuff that you could have sex with, like in the book. Like,
You just like if there's just a pussy drawn.
right, just a big,
It's just Sauron. It's just the eye of Sauron.
right, exactly. Oh,
And he's like, no, I'm just illustrating it's an eye of Sauron. That's
Yeah,
not a
Sauron.
vagina.
I'm not fucking that eye.
Yeah, I'm not fucking that. Yeah, I'm not
not a
fucking that
fire
fire
pussy.
pussy or whatever it is. Would you have to be super gentle? Because it seems like with enough force, it would just turn into like a big dust cloud.
Ink
And then
pile.
you just got a big,
Honestly.
Got a big old inky dick.
yeah, you
Gotta
get like
say,
you get
that's the best way to masturbate for men, because if you do the death grip too much, you mess your shit up. So maybe gentle. Maybe he'll be
Is
the.
that a thing?
That's what Dan Savage says.
Oh shit!
I know that you can make stuff come out of this book, and then you come onto the book.
Come into the book.
Come into the book.
The pages would stick together, so maybe he's not.
That's true. That's why that.
Or no,
book,
no,
that's why
no,
that book
he-
seems so heavy.
He's
It's like
got
when
the
you glue
book,
the
and then he
pages together, like-
and then he shoots it under his roommate's bed.
Yep.
That's what the fight was about.
But
That
the
you
thing
saw.
is, it's like, well, okay, no, so
Quit
he would have
coming
to,
under my bed.
right? But can he? Does he also move stuff, or is he's like a wizard type thing? No,
He's like a wizard.
okay, yeah, because like, well, maybe he could make a spell to move the bed. Because like, if you had to like, oh, it's gonna happen, and then you got to sit down on your side and shoot it sideways, like that would be.
Listen, you're defeatist, Sean.
No. I'm not saying that it couldn't be done. I'm just saying it would be difficult.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And
You know
maybe
what?
he's-
Sometimes the journey is part of it.
Yeah.
Right,
You don't want to get caught
man.
in that awkward situation.
Which
What
is
the
why
fuck are you
which is
doing?
why you jack off during a thunderstorm.
Real beautiful day
Because
out.
when Dustin Drace jerks off, it sounds like a
Yeah.
like a mast in like a
Yeah.
like a mast of like a sailboat. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Happening, right?
that's what turns out it's a real beautiful day.
That's why wait, maybe they're all doing it like that. Maybe that's how Gomez, Patricia, they can only fuck like during the thing. That's why they like.
Yeah.
That's why they like that shit so much. I don't know. I think we're doing a great bunch of world building for this show that I'd like to see them explore a little bit over here.
rules.
There are
There's
no
no
rules. There ain't no law
rules.
against it. Absolutely.
Ain't no law against it. Literally.
I think just by this like from this post episode discussion alone, I think we're gonna have a good time with this show, no matter what. So if you guys are having a good time and you guys want to see what other stuff happens and our reactions to episode 3. If you guys can't wait until the YT edit comes out, you guys want to get early and uncut access to it, you can do that by becoming a part of our Patreon by clicking on one of the links that are in the top pinned comment or the description below. You click either one of those, and that takes you over to our Patreon. You give us a little bit of support, help us keep the lights on over here. You pony up about $8 over there for the premium streamium tier, and that gets you early and uncut access to all of our Wednesday coverage, including early access to episode 3. Right now, you can get a hold of that stuff. And if you guys can't do that, though, but you still want to help us out, you can hit us with a like and a subscribe, because that shit always helps and never fucking hurts. We appreciate you guys for hanging out with us, and we'll see y'all later.
God.
You can't wait till the next thunderstorm.
Apologies.
Apologies. Watch out, Dustin. There's a storm a brewing.
There's a storm a brewing.